Hey everybody, it's Jay from 10K Voices, and I'm back with another update. So here we are moving into the month of May. April was fast and furious, but we had a bunch of new changes to the platform that I just want to go over with you guys and let you know what you can expect to see and how you know that you'll be selected for a study. So we match you with studies based on the profile that you've created for yourself in our 10K Voices app. So if you are someone who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and we have a study for Atlanta, it is going to pop up in the My Opportunities tab within the app. If you live in Ohio and we have a study in Atlanta, that study is not going to show up because we know based on your profile that you don't live in Atlanta, if that makes sense. So the studies that show up in the app that are available for you that you could potentially qualify for are only going to show up if you would potentially fit the criteria based on your profile. So another thing to keep in mind is that not everybody will qualify for a study. So just because it shows up in My Opportunities, that doesn't necessarily mean that you qualify. For example, let's use the Atlanta example again. So let's say that we're looking for women in Atlanta that eat a specific brand of cereal. So it'll show up as an available study in the My Opportunities tab for you if you live in Atlanta. But then you still have to take the screener and answer the questions to see if you qualify. And sometimes we're looking for people that eat specific brands of cereal or don't eat specific brands of cereal, or maybe you used to eat a brand and you no longer eat it. So there's a whole lot of things that go into whether or not you qualify, but I just wanted to clarify with everyone, just because it shows up in My Opportunities doesn't necessarily mean that you qualify, but you might. So you definitely want to click on it and take the screener to see if you qualify. And that's a great segue for a reminder that if you don't qualify for a study, but you know someone who might, you can share the link with that person and you can get a networking fee if they qualify and participate. So you may have disqualified, but let's say your neighbor or your spouse or your child or a coworker, you share the link with them, and if they qualify and they participate, you're going to get a referral fee, what we call a networker fee, just for sharing and socializing the research opportunity with them. So there's a lot of ways to earn money, even if you don't qualify for a particular study. So something else that we do whenever we're recruiting people to participate in our studies, and many of you who have participated in our studies, you're familiar with this, but oftentimes we'll ask people like you, after you've met the key criteria, we'll ask you to submit a 30 to 60 second video of yourself answering a question on camera. And that is just so that we can make sure that you can engage meaningfully on the topic. Sometimes we'll get videos from people that qualify for a study, but the videos that they submit, let's say the question is, tell us your favorite brand of cereal and why you like it. We may get a video submission that's like, I like Lucky Charms because it's good. Okay. And then we might get a video from someone else that says, I like Lucky Charms because it has marshmallows and I just really love the flavor and it reminds me of my childhood. And it's just my favorite cereal for all of those reasons. The second answer is the kind of answer that we're looking for. We want to make sure that you're going to be able to engage on the topic versus just giving one word or short answers. So that's why we ask for those video responses from you. So always remember, when you're submitting a video response, it's kind of like a casting call, right? We just want to make sure that you're going to be comfortable answering a question about the topic in detail. So always give it your best. whenever you're submitting those video responses, because it will improve your odds of being selected for the study, because we share those videos with our clients, and then our clients watch them and say, oh, yep, I like her response, I like his response. So always, put in a good effort to submit those videos to us and engage as meaningfully as you can. Okay, let's shift gears now to something else that's super exciting and cool, and more ways for you to earn money. So we partner with other research companies similar to us that are wanting to build a community of people just like you to engage in research opportunities in exchange for money. And we have a couple that we're working with now that I want to tell you about. The first one is called the Insights Lab. And the Insights Lab is basically another community that you can join to get early access to cutting edge research projects, exclusive invites to high paying studies, and opportunities to collaborate with other leading brands. So much like 10K Voices community, the Insights Lab is another research company that you can join, and you can join that by clicking on the link at the end of our screeners. So if you for example, are taking a screener to see if you qualify for one of our studies, at the end of it, you should see something pop up that says, want to join another community or want to join our partners community? Click the link below to sign up. So you should see those links there. So the first one is called the Insights Lab, and the second one is called Play Dynamics. And the Play Dynamics community is geared more towards gamers. So they're trying to build a community of gamers there. So whenever you join that community, you are going to be shaping the future of gaming through polls, discussions, and different play tests that you get to do, which is always fun for those of us who enjoy video games. Getting paid to play video games, is there really anything better? And you'll be sharing feedback directly with top game developers and publishers. So it's a really good opportunity. So that's another community. And that particular community is interesting because they built the community on the Discord platform. So if you're familiar with Discord, it's kind of like a social media chat platform where you go into different servers, and this particular community, Play Dynamics, they've built their entire community on the Discord server. So essentially what you'll be doing if you're a gamer and you want to join this community is you will be joining their Discord server. So if you're a Discord user and you play video games, that's another great community that you should join for opportunities to earn money. So be sure to check those out. And let's see, what else do I have on my list of things to go over with you guys? We just want to once again remind you guys, I always like throwing this in on all these videos, that are payment terms. So our incentives can take up to 30 days to process. And what that means is, let's say that you take part in a study on pizza with us, and it takes place today. It could take 30 days from today before you receive that incentive. Sometimes those incentives get paid a little bit sooner, oftentimes within a matter of a week or less, but it could take up to 30 days. So we always just like to set the expectation with everyone that all incentives could take up to 30 days before you get paid. So when you're going into one of these studies, just go ahead and have that expectation in your mind that it could take up to 30 days to get paid, but you will always get paid. And don't just take my word for it. You can go to 10kvoices.com, click on our wall of love, and you can read testimonials from hundreds of people that have taken part in our studies, and they've all been paid. And they're giving testimonials on video and even in text about their experiences with us. But you'll see everybody gets paid always. So just know it could take up to 30 days. And finally, more studies and improvements are on the way. So our development team is hard at work on just improving the app experience. And if you haven't joined the app yet, it's called Communities www.10kvoices.com. And you want to go there and you want to register because that is how you are going to have access to the dashboard that lets you see which studies are available to you. So highly recommend that you stop what you're doing right now and you go there and you sign up. So that's it. So stay tuned for more improvements. Wishing everybody a great month ahead. And once again, thank you so much for being a part of our 10K Voices community. We really appreciate having you involved and just getting your participation in these studies. You know, a lot of people out there don't realize that brands are literally willing to pay you money just to share your opinions on their products and services. So many people don't know that. So spread the word. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to bringing you more paid research opportunities. Take care.